The Surge.
Smallzy surgery.
The surgery.
This is Smallzy surgery.
Hey, this is Ellie Goulding.
Please welcome Ellie Goulding.
Ellie Goulding!
You're listening to Smallzy on Nova.
Hi, my God, you look fresh.
Oh, I just came back from Italy. That's why.
Wow, yeah, you're looking good.
Except sadly, it's cold here. It's winter, and the tan is fading faster than I've ever experienced. So I'm.
But
not...
what is cold to you? Because
like 14 degrees. Yeah.
Because we're gonna hit like the 40s today.
Yes, I know. How is the UK heat wave?
Well, it's pretty scary. It's
Yeah.
not really normal.
No.
But you know, I bang on about climate change all the time.
I know. Sorry, I realised you take your climate change hat off. Just you as a person, like London's not built for it. She's just not built to handle heat wave temperatures, is she?
We've had train lines set on fire, and there's going to be a bunch of like little forest fires and all those scary apocalyptic things that you just see in movies, but now it's real.
Absolutely. Well, hey, hopefully everything, you get through it and nothing too bad happens. Knowing what it's like when it does get ridiculously hot. Hey, let's lift the mood a little bit. Congratulations on the new music.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I know, like we need to lift the mood.
Yeah, can we? Yes. Hey, it's good to have you back.
I know, it's good. It's so good to be back. It feels really surreal. But everyone's loving the song, so I'm feeling very optimistic despite everything going on in the world.
Now, where have you been for the last couple of years? Did you take? I know you had child. You've raised child.
Had a child.
Yes. Did you just use the pandemic as sort of like a stop point just to take a breather, or?
I think the pandemic made me realize how crazy things were for me, because it was just like, it was non-stop. And it just meant that I could wake up and not feel like I had to be somewhere or do something. And I don't know, I think everyone had a different experience with lockdown, but it made me actually encourage me to be a bit more creative, because I started picking up the guitar again, and there were many like drunk nights trying to learn songs on guitar and then trying to record them, and then it's sounding rubbish, and then like recording something else, and then making a cake at like midnight, and yeah. It was
never that bleak here. I never baked at midnight. That I can attest to. It was never bleak enough for me to cook at midnight. What a wild time to be alive, though.
Yeah. I know, it's mad. And also I released a whole album.
Of course, yes. No, I know. No, back in July is the last time we spoke, but in 2020, I meant like in terms of post then, because she almost July 2022. So after that album cycle wrapped up, did you tour? I don't know if you would have played many shows because it was open and closed.
I did one big show, one show where there was no audience, but it was like live streamed, which was very
awful.
Strange.
Was that awful? Was that as an artist? That must have been like you're like, this is a career low point. Like there has to be, it's better to have no show. By the end of those lockdown live stream performances, I was like, it's better for no show rather than just having this sort of show where everyone is watching on a computer screen.
At the time, it felt like a luxury because no one was doing anything. In fact, that was kind of the time where people were not even allowed to like go out. Well, people could go outside for like an hour a day or something.
Yeah.
It was the strangest thing. Like, did we need that much? Who knows? But it was just, it felt lucky to even just like get in a room with other musicians, and it did feel kind of, you know what? And I found out that a few weeks later, I found out I was pregnant. I was like, oh Lord. Like, I was just like, things are about to get real. But you know, it was my favorite album. So at least like, I don't know, I got to do that, and then I got to do like a 2-week tour of the UK, and it was completely powered by renewables and plastic free, and it just proved that you can do quite a green tour if you really put your mind.
Yeah. How is the mum life treating you? We're going to get to the new song in a second, but I have to ask, is it the best thing that's ever happened to you? You're going to be that person who goes, oh, it's changed my life. I've never been happier.
No, I'm not that. But I mean, what do you think? Like, do I look?
You look great. You look. No, you don't look older. You look fresh. It's honestly though, what I'm questioning is, I wonder if her life has been like a train wreck leading to the promo moment, and she's like, I'm going full glam. I am looking after myself. I am having my hair and makeup done because I haven't had a chance to do it in so long.
Well, actually, my son is not here. He's out in the countryside with my husband. So I'm all by myself. It's quite nice.
Girl's gone wild. Girl's gone wild. She's take me out to dinner. Take me out to dinner.
But no, it is by far, the most challenging thing that I've done. It's amazing in that you've grown this human that, when they smile at you, you're just like, oh God, it's all worth it. When they smile at you and when they do silly things, that's when it's really worth it. But, they don't tell you about all the crazy things that happen, like to your body, to your mind. You literally become a different person. It's like someone's replaced your brain with a different brain. And then, but my singing is better. I don't know what it is.
Is
but
that
like maybe,
so?
Yeah, like I have a vocal coach. I've had a vocal coach for the past couple of years, and she's like, your voice sounds better than ever. So I don't know whether it's like made some kind of difference to like my vocal cords. I don't know, but my voice is a lot stronger than it was. So that's
a plot. Take that. Segue into new song, Easy Lover. Congratulations with Big Sean.
Thank you.
Out the gates, are you a fan of Phil Collins' song of the same title? Because I certainly am.
Hold on, you believe it. Yeah, of course. But actually I didn't at the time. I think it was only afterwards that someone goes, oh, Phil Collins has got a song called Easy Lover, hasn't he? I was like, oh shit, yeah. Oops, forgot about that. But it's like a sort of modern.
No, absolutely.
Version.
Yes, no. This is Phil Collins does not have copyright on the two words "easy" and "lovin'." Otherwise, there'd be.
He might do. Oh my God, he might do. Then I'll be in trouble. But you never know.
Tell me about the song. You wrote it with Julia Michaels in LA. That's all I know. Yes.
Yes. I guess we were at the time, probably somewhat single and moaning about boys and talking about. I vaguely remember just like we hit it off as soon as we met, me and Julia. I wanted to work with her for ages since I heard her stuff with that she'd done with Diplo and Skrillex and Bieber, and she's so great and a really great writer. And I think we were probably just like talking about how rubbish boys are, and no, I think actually it was more of like human behavior thing, like how do some people just end up going from person to person and then just kind of, I don't know. I think the way to get a good song is to just talk about your own experiences and also your friends. And I think at the time one of us was going through something where we kept falling for the same toxic person who we knew was really bad for us, but it's so nice in the moment to be with them and they make you feel like the most special person in the world. And then the next day, it's like the illusion is like shattered again. And then you're like, and so that's kind of what the song's about. And just kind of young love, I don't know. But it's basically saying like, take it easy on me because don't think I can deal with this much heartbreak. It's quite serious, but like the song is quite fun.
It sounds fun. It's like fun. You wouldn't, I mean, if one of these people like me, I don't necessarily lean into the lyrics straight away. I'm more of the rhythm. I enjoy the tune. It's just an upbeat ditty. It's very fun. When you break it down, very sad, very like lots going.
A lot of my songs are like that. I'd say the most joyful song I have is called Joy, and I sing, I've realized that joy isn't in your arms, and now I'll always ache with an empty heart, which means like maybe like the whole time I was looking for happiness and I don't know, joy in someone else when I should have been looking for it in myself and feeling happy in myself. So I do like to do that. I like to like trick people.
You're very good at making it sound like it's fun, but it's not really.
I know. Yeah. Well, then it's the best of both worlds, if you're feeling a bit emo, if you're feeling like you want to dance.
No, you know what you have there? You have one of these songs that when everything's great in your life, you're like, oh, I love it. It's so much fun. And then heartbreak comes and you're like, this song has a whole new twisted meaning. A full new twisted, and it just hits you differently.
Exactly. That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Now I have to ask. It has been so many years since you've been here in Australia, and I know you're super up on climate change and minimal impact into the environment and doing the things that you can. Will we ever see you in Australia again, or do you not want to emit that many carbon dioxides coming here? Because I think the last time we spoke, I said maybe you could take a ship or a boat here, and then you informed me that no, boats are like even worse than planes.
Big eye. Some of the big old ferries are not good. They dump so much crap into the sea. But no, it's a really tough one for me because I would do anything to come back to Oz and see my fans there and see you guys. And it really gives me life to be able to perform. Like that's what I was made to do. And so to then be torn between that and the fact that I know that flying long distance is bad. It's hard. And the thing is, I think I'd rather be a hypocrite than be a cynic when it comes to this stuff.
Sure.
Because, I use every single possible way that I have my job to draw attention to these things and to try and make those small changes in my own life. And I encourage, my fans and young people to do the same thing. I'm always going to have to fly a bit because that is part of my job. And if I can find alternatives, I bloody well will.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have that at the moment. And there are a certain amount of corporations in this world that are responsible for a huge amount of global, emissions. So I think also pushing them to do more also helps. But I do as many things as I can in my own life within my limits to be as.
I hear you 100%. I'm glad to hear that because I think you're right. I understand you have such a platform that you do so much good with. You are also allowed to, if you can, travel to see the people who are fans of yours on the other side
my
of the world.
job still, yeah, I see it as part of my job,
no.
and I think it's not like just a fun thing I do as a hobby. It's like it's my livelihood. It's a thing that keeps me going, and so sometimes I'm going to have to fly, and I hate it. I hate flying, but sometimes it's necessary.
In first class, it's much nicer in first class. Like business is good, business class is good, but if you get first class, you won't hate it. I mean, you might hate the idea of it, but you definitely won't hate it. You definitely won't hate it. Okay, before I let you go, Ellie, I got a quick game, blankety blanks. It's the love edition. I'm gonna do a statement. You just fill in the blank. You ready to go?
Okay, I'm rubbish at these things.
No, that's fine. Most romantic thing anyone has ever done for you is blank.
Oh wow.
You could say your proposal.
Your
proposal. That would be nice.
That was pretty romantic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the most romantic, but pretty romantic.
I think that we just had a few too many to drink, to be honest.
Sure.
And, I don't think that was when he really planned to do it. But I have shut down a whole museum for someone before. I think that's pretty romantic.
That is beautiful. Did someone arrange you to be part of their engagement?
No. This was for an ex. I knew that my ex was into a certain thing, and so I asked if we have the whole museum to ourselves.
Shut up! That is a ballin' move.
Money,
that is a ballin'. How do you
I'm such a romantic.
Yeah.
I really am.
That is borderline. That statement is like, are you rich or do you have fuck you money? That's Ellie Goulding's fuck you money. It's like, I can close the museum for my lover. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. My favorite love song is blank.
Oh wow. What about Elvis? Can't Help Falling in Love with You?
Beautiful. What a beautiful song. My go-to rom-com. My favorite rom-com movie is blank.
Anything with Ben Stiller, really.
Okay, really? Don't find him. No,
you're not into him.
No, I was going to say Notting Hill is my answer. What a beautiful movie. Oh, what a beautiful movie.
How could I forget that? How could I forget that? Yeah, Notting Hill, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Even About Time is pretty good.
Absolutely. And ideal date night. What does it look like, blank?
Are
we getting dressed up? Are we staying at home? Are we getting pizza? Are we going to a flashy restaurant?
My friend's got a pub just around the corner, and it's really nice, really chilled. Probably go there, have a couple of drinks, have some nice food.
Do you have
they
to
play nice
Do you have to pay at that friend's pub, or do you just go to the bar and they just look after her? She's on that.
Very much.
You got to
Very
pay.
much have to pay.
You have to pay.
Also,
That is
what's-
awful. What an awful
Yes, you
friend.
know?
What an awful friend.
And
Time.
because I know, because I live in Notting Hill area-ish,
Yeah.
I can walk back down Portobello Road. Back
Oh my
home, so it's
God!
quite-
You can pretend you're actually in Notting Hill. What a beautiful
Yeah,
part of
exactly.
the world. What a beautiful part of the world you live in.
I know, I'm very lucky.
Hey, well, pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for chatting. Much
Thank you
appreciated.
so much. It's so nice to see you again, looking so fresh and well.
Not as
and
fresh as
lovely.
you. Not as fresh as you. She's had a glow up, everybody.
I've
She's had
got a filter on. There's definitely a filter because I don't really look this fresh in real life. But thank you anyway. And thank you for having me. And
you are welcome on the show anytime. Let's not make it 2 years till the next time. How does that sound?
no, I hope not. I will try my best. I'll see if I can find some kind of, I don't know, some kind of eco flight. I don't know.
I'll come and see you. I have less guilt.
Yeah.
I'll come to you.
Hey, you can always come to me. Yeah.
I'll come to you. I have no guilt. I have no guilt. I care, but I don't care that much. Ellie, always good to see you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Smallzy Surgery.
Is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.